Welcome back to part 2 of Is It Worth It? For the people that don't know what this is, I am basically telling everyone in the warthunder community of what vehicles are worth unlocking and spading. I've spent over 100 matches in each of these individual vehicles and still going, and I'm going to tell you if it's the proper vehicle for you to play. Let's get into the video, guys. You guys already know what I'm going to do. Light vehicles, SPAA, tank destroyers, medium and heavy tanks last. Let's get into it. Now, for the first lineup here, or not really lineup, but the first tanks for rank 2 France is going to be the M3A3 Stuart, the AMD 35 Pack, and then the Crusader Mark II. Now, all these vehicles are actually pretty fun to play, including the M3A3 Stuart. Now, the one thing that I will say about the M1A3 Stuart is you are going to get a lot of BR compressions. Like I said, to cut it down simply of what BR compressions is, you get put into matches of one rank higher, or not one rank higher, one BR higher, or 0.1 to 0.3 of your BR. And I'll be doing a whole nother video of how BR compression works, what countries has it the worst, and how you can not really dodge it fully, but are able to get into more down tiers than you do up tiers. The next tank we have is the AMD 35, which is a predecessor of the M3A3 Stuart, but it's a little bit faster as in speed. Of course, it's going to be a lot faster because it's a wielded vehicle. And you also have a better gun, which is the 50 millimeter Pack 39. Yeah, Pack 39. You get a APC round, which is HE. The APC just means armor piercing capped. And it's pretty strong, pretty effective. I wouldn't say it's the best vehicle, but it gets the job done. Same for the Crusader. The Crusader is such a good tank, in my opinion, and this tank is definitely worth spading. There's just so much going for it. You get high velocity shell. You also get APHE, which is not the strongest, but it still works as a good formidable round. If you know where to land your shots, you will one-tap majority of the tanks. Now, out of the 3 light tanks that you get in this BR, are they worth spading or unlocking and spading? I would say 2 out of 3 are worth spading. The other one is optional. It's up to you if you want to do it. And the 2 out of 3 that I'm going to say are going to be the M3A3 Stuart and the Crusader Mark II. Let's get on to the next one. Now for the next vehicles, we have the SPAA, which is the CCKW 353AA. Now, there are going to be some mixed feelings about these vehicles since there's only 2 SPAAs, which you have, the CCKW and then the VTT DCA. With the CC, this vehicle is decent. It comes with really, really good rounds, 72 mils of pen, which is more than enough to pen tanks, light tanks, and any of the other vehicles that you need to take care of. Same as AA, really, really good. Has decent speed, has decent mobility. It only, it only has 5 gears forward and then 1 gear back, which is still as fast as a T70 for some reason. Yeah. Would I spade this AA in particular? Not really. It's kind of more of a niche vehicle for many people. I wouldn't want to put people through the stress of trying to spade this, knowing that it can be a little bit difficult and all of that stuff. Next vehicle that we have is going to be the VTT DCA. Now, this vehicle, I will say, is probably a upgrade to the CCKW, which the KW is not a bad vehicle. It's just it comes down to preference. Now, with the VTT DCA, you get a little bit more of wiggle room, but also comes with the decrease of penetration because of the 50 cals that you get. I wouldn't say it's a bad tank. It can get the caps that it wants. I would say it's really, really good against AA, or not AA. Well, it's good against other AA vehicles, and it's also good against planes, as its whole point is to take down planes. When I spade this vehicle, I would. I wouldn't say there's no issue with it. I would just say that the guns that you get are kind of lackluster. I kind of wish they got like 20 to 30 mils, like as an upgraded version where you could swap out. It's just coming to my mind already that they should add like 20 or 30 mils if you want to make it formidable against other tanks and stuff, but I don't think it's historically accurate. I know they love to go for that for some vehicles, but it would be awesome to see. Let's get on to the next one. The next vehicle that we have, oh, and I have my headphones on, hold on. M10 GMC. Now, with the M10 GMC, it's the only tank destroyer in rank 2, so that's not bad. But the other thing is you do get another tank that is supposed to be a tank destroyer since it has a 105 millimeter howitzer on it, but I guess not. Anyways, the M10 GMC is not a bad tank at all. You get a pretty good gun, a 76.2 millimeter gun with 147 or no, 149 mils of pen and 64 grams of explosive mass, which is not bad. You do start off with the M79 shot, which is 134 mils of pen, which I love it, but I also kind of hate it because it loves to shatter most of the time. The mobility for this tank is pretty decent. You do get 5 gears forward, 1 gear backwards, which is a lot slower than the CCAA, which is weird. Comes with a dual motor engine. And yeah, I wouldn't say it's a bad tank. Would I spade this tank? Yes and no. If the tank had a little bit more explosive filler and had a better APHE round, I would most definitely play this tank a lot, but it's just it's mediocre. So, on to the next. Alrighty, to finish this video off, we're doing the medium tanks and heavy tanks. Now for France gets 2 medium tanks and 2 heavy tanks, which is not a bad thing. Now, the tanks that you do get for those are going to be the M4A3 105 and the M4A1. The M4A1 is just your normal Sherman. It's basically going to be the same as if you were to play the American Sherman, which is the M4A1 right here. But overall, not a bad tank. It does have some weak spots, which I'm sure everyone knows how to pen now, which are the sides here. But it has some pretty good frontal armor, which is pretty decent. The round that you do get is the M61 shot, which is 102 millimeters of pen and 64 grams of explosive. Now, the round is going to be the same as like the M10 GMC that we just covered. It's really not going to have any effect. The pen is going to be there for the post pen, doing more damage, but overall it acts the same pretty much. For the next vehicle that we have is going to be the M4A3. Is this tank worth it? It is. It is worth it. It's pretty decent. It acts as a M4A1, but upgraded to a M3 variant or A3 or whatever variant of the Sherman it is. It comes with HE and Heat, which are both pretty good rounds, but I would rather use the M67 shot, which is 130 millimeters a pen with 1.6 kilograms of TNT, which is really, really good because it sprays a good jet, but it also is kind of bad against tanks like the T-34 and so on and so forth. Now, the next two tanks that we have is going to be the B1 BIS, which is the smaller variant of the 2C. This tank is as the same as any other tank. It's not the greatest. You do get a small 75 right here, and then you get a 47 millimeter cannon, which is not good, but it's also not bad. The rounds that you get are going to be as standard as rank 1 rounds, which you can already see 59 mils and 59 mils here too. Now, is this tank worth it? I wouldn't say it's worth it, but it is fun to play. I wouldn't spade it though again. This thing was kind of horrid, I'm not going to lie. And for the last tank that we have is going to be the 2C. Now the 2C, it's kind of good, if I'm going to be honest. One thing being, you have a lot of crew, which has 8 crew, or 12 crew, sorry. I thought it was 8. It's 12 crew, which is really, really good. You do get kind of a good gun on it, but it's not the greatest. You do get 65 mils a pen, which is really, really good. But you also get an overpressure of 350 grams, which is really, really good. But overall, I wouldn't say it's worth it to the average player. But if you are wanting to find a new vehicle to try out, you should try out the 2C. Now, out of all 4 of those vehicles, the 2 mediums and then the 2 heavies, out of those 4, how many of those would I spade and would I not spade? Out of those 4, I would spade 2 of those vehicles, which are going to be the M4A1 and the M4A3 105. The only reason being is because I don't really think World War I tanks have a place to be going against World War II tanks who have a lot better chance of combating these tanks. Now, some people will say that, oh, they have armor and all those other things. Not really. It's not that impressive. But, yeah. Alrighty, guys, that's going to have to do for this video. I do appreciate everyone for coming to this video and watching it. If you liked it, like the video, subscribe, and drop a comment on what other videos you want me to create for you guys. This is Styx, logging out, and we'll see you guys next time.